The Sixers didn't have Ben Simmons last night due to a stomach virus and got blown out in Orlando by the Magic. 119-98, Max Kellerman.
Yep.
Did last night prove Ben Simmons is not, I repeat, not a liability?
Of course. Everyone, like Stephen A., you're focusing on the one thing he can't do. And so was I. I was saying he needs to get away from Embiid, right? Because you need the middle, you need the spacing correct so he can be the Greek freak of his team, right? Like he needs to get to the paint, you double him, he makes the right pass, or else he jams it on you, right? Meantime, out in the fast break, out in transition, he's excellent. He directs the offense. The one thing he can't do is shoot, but that's really the only thing. And then think about the fall off between Simmons and who you're going to put him in. I like TJ McConnell a lot. What's TJ McConnell? 15, 18 minutes a game, spark plug guy. He doesn't shoot the three. He's short. He's not anywhere near the level of Ben Simmons. What are your options on that team? And then you look at who is the liability, and the answer is JJ Reddick defensively. And if his shot's not falling, what is he giving you? I mean, usually his shot is falling. That's what he's out there for. But I don't see Simmons as the liability, and you see what happens when he doesn't play. They lose to a bad team. No, to say he can't shoot and that could be their downfall ultimately in the playoffs instead of winning a championship or getting out of the East, that's one thing. To call him a liability is something else. You saw it last night. Ben Simmons is not a liability.
Well, first of all, you're wrong, and that's fine. We have a difference of opinion in this regard, and I would like my point to be portrayed accurately, even if folks disagree. When I talk about Ben Simmons, it's a compliment. He's phenomenal. I didn't say the brother can't play, and I don't want to hear it from you because you're the one that sat up there and said he should be going because they need to be separated.
To get the most out of their own ability.
I'm saying, saying, I never said he should be separated. I never said he should be going from Philadelphia. I know how great he is.
They made an adjustment, by the way. But okay,
I understand, but let me get to my point. What I'm talking about is the Philadelphia 76ers, with the vulnerability that exists in the East, with Milwaukee, particularly with Brogdon out, with Toronto up and down from time to time this year. I think they can be had. We know what a mess Boston has been, and Brad Simmons talked about how it's time for them to step up. About time he said that.
Brad Stevens.
I think Brad Stevens, Brad Stevens, okay? I think that Philadelphia, the Eastern Conference, is right to be had. So when I look at it, and I'm saying that Ben Simmons could cost them a championship, I'm simply saying that regardless, I've seen plenty of instances. Remember, I covered Allen Iverson every day for 10 years. I've watched Steph Curry in terms of his defensive liability once upon a time and how the Golden State Warriors had to work to disguise those things. I think that Brett Brown and the Philadelphia 76ers could come up with solutions to help disguise JJ Reddick as a liability defensively. What you can't gloss over, what you can't get around is a Ben Simmons who attempts 0.13 pointers a game, which is basically zero. A Ben Simmons that doesn't shoot the three, that doesn't even attempt a 15-foot jump shot, that shoots 60% from the free throw line. Because as the playoffs arrive and playoff basketball comes forth and the game slows down and teams get back on defense, you're going to have to be a threat in order to maximize Jimmy Butler and Tobias Harris and Reddick. And I think that the jump shot is a problem.
You and I were arguing earlier in the year. You said the biggest problem was Embiid needs to get down low. I said it was Simmons' jump shot, but now you're taking it too far. Are they better or worse without Simmons? Your argument is that they're better with Simmons than without. But they would be even better if Simmons were a better player.
I'm only talking.
No kidding.
I'm saying, why are you acting like this is complicated? I'm simply talking about championship. You're chasing a championship this year. What's going to get in the way more? I'm saying Ben Simmons' lack of a jump shot will get in the way of a championship more than JJ Redick's defense. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's not right.
Okay.
JJ Redick's defense is more of an exploitable problem, in fact, than Ben Simmons' lack of a jump shot. Because what they've done with Simmons is put him in because they have the spacing now with Harris especially, they've put Simmons in the dunker spot. And that solved a lot of that, and that will happen a lot in the playoffs, and that's going to solve a lot of their problems. Of course, he'd be better if he could shoot. If he could shoot, we'd both be taking the Sixers to get out of the East. We know he can't shoot, he ain't going to learn. he ain't going to even start to try, really, before the playoffs.
That's the issue.
This is who you're dealing with.
That's the issue. And, oh, by the way, I came here because I had gone to Philly and Boston. I came to you talking to you about what they've been doing and how Brett Brown was talking to me about what they've been doing with him, putting him on the baseline to take advantage of those smaller guards who guard him. So I get what you're saying. I'm saying to you, the only issue that I have is let's make sure we're clear with our audience about what we're disagreeing about. You believe that Reddick's defense is more of a liability towards a championship this season coming out of the East.
Coming out of the
season,
the Eastern Championship.
This season, I believe Ben Simmons' lack of a jump shot is a bigger impediment to them taking the East than JJ Reddick's defense.
Right.
I believe that.
I've been watching the Sixers all year, and
So
I see them
have I.
getting exploited defensively. And by the way, Simmons happens to be an excellent and versatile defender.
Yes, he is.
Yes,
he is.
Simmons is 22 years
That's
old.
why I told you he ain't going nowhere. I'm holding on to him for dear life. And oh, by the way, when his time comes, I'm giving him the max.
And he's 22.
Ben Simmons is the real deal.
He's 22, and
but I need a jump shot.
The only thing he doesn't do is shoot. That's it.
That's a big deal come playoff time.
Greek Freak doesn't shoot either.
That's a big deal, which is why I didn't pick Milwaukee.
Well, yeah, if you don't want to pick Milwaukee, it's because Brogdon goes down and now Mirotic is hurt.
Time out. Be fair. I've maintained that position about Milwaukee before Brogdon got hurt. Don't lie. I've been saying I never picked Milwaukee. And I've been saying because of Greek Freak shooting. My position is consistent.
So
you can't shoot, I ain't
Dr.
picking
J
you.
And Dr. J and Shaquille O'Neal, lots of guys couldn't shoot, including free throws, Shaq and guys.
Today's game is different.
So just to be clear, in today's game, if you can't shoot, you can't win a championship.
If you are, I'm telling you right now, I will speak for this year. I told you from the beginning I wasn't picking the Greek Freak. And that was why. I told you from the beginning I wasn't picking Philly with Ben Simmons. That is why.
You said because Embiid wasn't getting down low. I said because he wasn't shooting.
Right, yeah.
Simmons wouldn't even shoot.
Right, but then I told you once Joel Embiid got down low because Brett Brown made sure to amend that.
Yep.
Now we had a debate about what the biggest impediment is. You're with JJ Reddick's defense. I'm with Ben Simmons' shot.
Right.
And I'm saying that you can't shoot, I ain't picking you. I'm not picking you. I don't care who you are.